So then it should be that paragraph where it says, every man should take up his own ideal and endeavor to accomplish it. The last part of, according to me, page number 5 for chapter 2. Okay, so every man should take up his own ideal and endeavor to accomplish it. This is very important. Okay, because we generally take up ideals of other people. Like they are doing that, let me also try that, or maybe that is better, maybe we're not sure. So we are always jumping places. Just take up your own ideal, whatever it is. Be very clear that this is my ideal and I stick to this. And it's fine, okay? Then that is a surer way of progress than taking up other men's ideals, which he can never hope to accomplish. Okay, for instance, we take a child and at once give him the task of walking 20 miles. Okay, either the little one dies or 1 in 1,000 crawls the 20 miles to reach the end exhausted and half dead. So this is not necessarily for children, but yes, it is for children also. Like suppose I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to be an engineer, I am forcing my child to do it because I couldn't do it. But who bolega, I don't want to do this, that's not my ideal, I don't, kind of gel with this, I want to do that. Allow them to do whatever they want. Because otherwise here hoga, that they will struggle and collapse in the end. They won't be able to accomplish it because it is not their ideal. So then each one of you have to check what is your ideal. Like suppose ideal could be the karma yoga. Like Shruti always says, I'm a karma yogi. Devi says, I'm a karma. So when you say these things, that means it's your ideal. So stick to it. That's the way you're going to accomplish lot of peace in your life, lot of happiness in your life. But some of us maybe don't know what is our ideal. So then you have to check, what is my ideal? Why am I just looking at everybody and thinking maybe I should do that or maybe I should do this? Don't I have my own, soul that is speaking from within me saying that you have to do this? And it should not be a solace because I am in some trouble and so I will do this. Then it's temporary. Temporary. A lot of people come and they say they are in this trouble and they want that, this is not happening, that is not happening. And when things start happening in their life, they leave all the spirituality and go back. Naturally, because they are in it because of the difficulty. जैसे ही problem solve हो गया उसके बाद भूल जाओ. Because then they don't feel like, why should I get it? I will get into it. I'll come. But they will not come quickly because their solution is done. So Krishna always says, 4 types of bhaktas. There's Artha, Arthi, Artharthi, Jignasu, and the 4th category is a Jnani. So the lowest form of a bhakta is the Arthi, the one who is in trouble, so has entered spirituality. Okay, or maybe a mandir. Like pehle, spirituality is the next mandir nowadays. But first it was the temple. Like I am in trouble, I will go to the temple every Tuesday. I will do this vrat. I will go every Thursday, and God will solve my problem. So only when the problem is there, they will look at the spiritual or the religious aspect. Nahi to mandir is gone, and guru also out. Ashram, guru, spirituality, sab out. As soon as we get a solution, if we are out, means we were never in it for anything. We were in it only for solution. Solution is done, we leave it. That shouldn't happen technically, but even if it happens, he's saying, have resilience. Let them stick to their ideal. Okay? And it's fine. It's fine. We need to understand and be patient. All the men and women in any society are not of the same mind, same capacity, or of the same power to do things. Correct? So like one person can maybe, walk in the morning for 2 hours. but another one may not be able to do it. No, but they are doing it. I'm younger than them. Why can't I do? So you can try, but then always stick to what you can do first. Always. Don't try to do because others are doing. That's not a nice place to be. No comparison. I understand our culture was made in a strange way where everybody is comparing with everybody's children, their spouses. Nobody speaks of anything other than that. What is your child doing? My child is doing this. What is your spouse doing? Oh, you're with your spouse. You're not with your spouse. I am with my. ये सब क्या है? What is this comparison? We are not even interested in giving any solution to them or any help. We are simply discussing for the sake of it. This shouldn't happen at all, at all. No comparison. We cannot keep blaming the culture or the parents or the grandparents that they did. So even we became like, we are now old and sane enough to see that there is no comparison. There is no, it is impossible to compare one person with another person. Each one is different. Problem is maybe people don't compare, we only start comparing ourselves with others and start feeling, array, I'm not even able to do like that one, yaar, see na, this one, na, I'm not able. What is this? That means I don't know what I am. I just want to fit in where everybody is trying to fit in. That's the problem. So look for your ideal, okay? And then he says, also they don't have the same power to do the things. Everybody has different power also. Like one of us could be very intellectual, one of us could be very, highly a big karma yogi, or one could be like be able to meditate or maybe do a lot of yoga, and one of us could be like, seeped in devotion. We don't know. Now one will think, I want to do that. Then you're stuck. Whatever is your base, don't leave that. Keeping your base intact, go wherever you want. Explore all angles. Don't just sit with your base. Do everything, but fix your base always. That's very important. Okay? Nothing is inferior. Nothing is superior also. This inferiority complex and superiority complex should be removed. Because now he's getting to that. Let everyone, he says we have no right to sneer at any ideal. Our problem starts, especially when we get into the spiritual path, is little bit also we have done, we start feeling what those people are doing, nonsense. They are just drinking, eating non-veg and making merry. They don't have any ideals in their life. I am greater. Who told? No guru taught us that we are greater than the other, right? But we feel that that's better, so I am a better person. But I can show a lot of people who are drinking also, who are eating non-veg also, much better human beings than us. Better human beings than us. Then it's lost. The whole idealistic attitude of मैं ये नहीं करता हूँ, करती हूँ, whatever, doesn't make us greater than thou attitude निकाल दो. Because the minute we do it, people are going to do it to us. The minute I have seen someone lower than me, the whole world is going to come back and make me lower than them. It will always come back. It will always come back on that. Never see anybody lower than you or higher than you also. Higher means guru vagara chhod ke. Everybody is good in their place. Learn to appreciate everybody for wherever they are and whatever they do. It's not about pulling another person down for my confidence to increase. That's what we do. That's our biggest problem. Forget other people comparing. Usko niche utar do to main, I will be superior. So that helps to pull them down. Arey, they are what, they are that and this. Why? Because I want to feel good. Then it's going to come back on us also. So then better that no, don't sneer at anybody. Understand that every one of us, whether on the session, off the session, in the world, is on a journey. Even a worm is on the journey. Even an elephant is on the journey, evolving. We are also on the journey. Who are we to decide who is superior and who is inferior to us? We cannot. And we have no right to look down upon another. That, wo kya kar raha hai bakwas? No, I am doing so much better. No, don't do that, because it is pulling us down in our own journey. It is like, by saying that or by thinking that I have spent dollars of my punya. That is so foolish. That is so foolish, right? So be careful. And let everyone do the best he can for realizing his own ideal. Sab log, everybody is struggling in their own way. In their own way, everybody is struggling. We just, if we can't understand that, let us not judge them at least. Maybe we don't understand, which is fine. Let's not judge them. Next is, nor is it right that I should be judged by your standard or you should be judged by mine. Okay? See, comparison comes in a vast area. Okay? Like we could say, like, at times I say, oh, North Indian families, it's very difficult for the women. They have to, wait upon their spouses. South Indian families, it's not. This is a general comparison. Comparative study. It is not a personal attack that this family is like that or that. It's a general observation that, okay, these people have this culture and these people have this culture. Certain ways this is better, certain ways that could be better. Depends on how I perceive it. But that is okay. That general comparative, like Japanese people are just 5 feet, and maybe this particular area, the people are 6.5 feet. It's a comparative study. We are not trying to pull anybody down here. And that's fine. That's fine. Even I would have said that we people are, or you people are having less patience. I said it the other day. So yeah, when it's a comparative study of 20 people, maybe 10 years ago or 5 years ago, and 20 people now, the patience has reduced drastically. The distraction level is super high now. So then that is required because it's a comparative study. Then we sit and think, why this is happening? Why the distraction is more? Okay, 10 years ago, Instagram was not there. Now there are too many handles to, handle. So that's why there is more distraction. Earlier, there were lesser stuff to do. Now it's more. Our parents could have better comparative study, So depending on generation to generation, there will be a comparison. Here he is speaking about individual. He says the apple tree should not be judged by the standard of an oak tree. Okay? Nor the oak by that of an apple. To judge the apple tree, you must take the apple standard. So he is not saying no. He's not saying no. Like spiritual people, 20 people. This batch. Okay? Same, another batch. Suppose I am taking one more batch of Karma Yoga on a separate day, separate time. I will have a comparative study. There is no doubt. I will say that batch is performing better or understanding better than this batch. Why? Apple standard to apple standard. Okay. Then I go to some school and say, oh, these people are not so good. My Karma Yoga batch is better. No, that is apple and oak. So no comparison. But in the batch, there will be a little bit of understanding and a comparative study. Oh, this person has developed better than last year. Okay, that's an understanding, an observation. Oh, this person is paying less attention, is more distracted now compared to last year. This is an observation. All this is allowed because the point here is growth for individually. Who is growing? Who is not growing? If I meet one of you, I'll always say, hey, what are you doing nowadays? Are you doing anything or not? Any studies, any satsangs? I will do this. A comparison to your own self. Oh, last year you were doing so much. This year, why you're not doing? This question will come. So understand that apple to be judged with apple and oak with oak. Not apple with oak. Okay? Understand this difference. Now, somebody has to read. We are done. Because to judge the apple tree, he said you must take the apple standard and for the oak its own standard. So this is again very subtle what he has said, especially the last 3 lines. Okay. Basically, unity in variety is the plan of creation. So fruit salad, all fruits, lovely. Only apple ka fruit salad, are yaar, there should have been a grape, there should have been a plum, and there should have been a mango slice, all different colors, some pomegranate on top. Excellent. That's the variety. Okay, a bouquet, with all colors, all flowers makes it beautiful. So unity in variety is the plan of creation. However, men and women may vary individually. There is unity in the background. However, they may vary. We all vary. We are all different flowers. But there is some unity in the background. Okay? We cannot, the unity that I would imagine in all of us should be no jealousy, no anger, no hatred, no greed, no comparison. Just loving one another for who we are. And then following your own ideals, which is perfect. That's important. Not that, okay, I'm a little jealous here. No, work on that. Work on your negatives. Kam, krodh, lobh, moh, mad, matsarya. These are our enemies. This is the common background that all of us have to remove, irrespective of wherever we are, following whichever path. But this has to be followed by everybody. There is no choice. Okay? And next he says, the different individual characters and classes of men and women are natural variations in creations. Like, you have different people. Like, it's nice, especially in India, we have the South Indians, the North Indians, the Bengalis, there's so many people. It's nice to have the variety. It's fun because they follow different culture, we follow different. It's not for fighting, it's for, gelling beautifully with each other. Like when we have Eid, we have the neighbors giving us their, iftar stuff and all. We have our Diwali, we give it to them. It's all, that's how we should be doing, right? So this is important. Then, hence we ought not to judge them by the same standard or put the same ideal before them. Because I am doing this, you should do this. No. Like suppose I am doing prayers daily. Okay? Somebody is not doing. So then I cannot say, look at them, useless people, they're not doing anything. We have no right to say this. We have a right when we have the person with us who is doing something and then stopping, then we'll say, why you're stopping? Okay, we have some right to ask there, but not for general janta. No, not even for relatives, okay? And basically, such a course creates only an unnatural struggle. And the result is that man begins to hate himself and is hindered from becoming religious and good. So, in Gita, we had this shloka where the word hinasti was there. So, that means the self destroying the self by the self. Okay? And everybody was wondering, how? How can one destroy oneself like this? One destroys one's own self. Okay? It's like committing suicide. How? By doing this. We get into an unnatural struggle. Suppose I am by nature, a devotee, okay, very emotional person, and maybe an emotional mess also. But now I feel I want to understand science and maybe, metaphysics or maybe quantum. It's not going to be possible. First, I'm not saying it's impossible. Nothing is impossible. But first, the mess that we are in, we have to come out of that. We have to set our emotional quotient, EQ, right, and then go for IQ, the intelligent quotient. Okay, we can't say that that's not required. That is required, but how fast do you want it, and based on what? In comparison to someone or the other, definitely that doesn't work. Be you. This I've been saying from day one of my session. Be you. Just be you. Don't become anything. Be you. And you are full in where you are. Work hard. Work hard. But it shouldn't become an unnatural struggle. What doesn't come naturally to you, and you try to strive for that, then be prepared for the struggle. Don't destroy yourself. That's what I'm still saying. If you want to go, go for it. Have the courage. Do it. But don't collapse by leaving your base. Hold on to your base and explore. Then he says, you can't even become religious and good. Okay. Next, he says our duty is to encourage everyone in his struggle to live up to his highest ideal, his own highest ideal, and strive at the same time to make the ideal as near as possible to the truth. That means if somebody has an ideal that, maybe I want to conquer some place, or, do something absolutely wrong, but that seems to be my ideal now. But then we see he is far away from the truth. So then we help the person to keep the ideal, but slowly shift them towards truth. That is also a work, okay? Because for some, the highest ideal could be really negative, really negative. And not negative in the sense negative for them and for the community at large. So we have to be able to guide them properly. For that, we need to be in the right place. We are only shaken, but we are there advising everybody. Doesn't work, okay? It's like I have a flu and I go around coughing and sneezing all over everybody, trying to advise them, and they all catch the flu. Doesn't work, okay? Now, understand this whole thing, the last two paragraphs about you being in your highest ideal. Understand that ideal is, again, it will come back to the base swabhava, which also means you should check your ashrama and your varna. Your base quality, what feels you, that you should do. Hold on to, okay? And the next is which ashrama you are in. And that has to be maintained. You can't jump anywhere, okay?